There's someone you know who never posts. No holiday photos, no birthday captions, no soft life updates. And here's the uncomfortable truth. They might be the happiest person in the room. While everyone else is busy proving they're living, they're actually doing it. And once you see why, you can't unsee it. Quick note before we go deeper, if you enjoy content that breaks down human behavior, psychology, and the quiet patterns most people miss, subscribe now. You won't want to miss what's coming next. The moment that changes everything. Let me ask you something. When was the last time you posted on social media? Now, when was the last time you almost posted? Opened the camera, typed the caption, hovered over share, and stopped. That hesitation, that gap between intention and action, that's where the truth lives. Because in that moment, your brain runs a silent calculation. Will people like this? Does this make me look successful enough? Will anyone even care? Is my life interesting or just ordinary? And suddenly the post isn't about sharing anymore. It's about approval. We've always worn masks, but never like this. There's a sociologist named Erving Goffman who said that humans naturally perform different versions of themselves depending on the audience. Work mask, friend mask, family mask. But social media did something new. It didn't invent the mask. It put it on a global stage with an audience that never forgets. Offline, an awkward moment disappears. Online, it's archived, searchable, permanent. One bot caption isn't embarrassing. It's eternal. So some people looked at that stage and said, no thanks. The quiet majority you never hear about. Here's something most people don't realize. Around 30 to 40% of social media users never post at all. Researchers call them lurkers, a word that sounds creepy, like they're hiding in the dark. But they're not hiding, they're observing. A study published in Frontiers in Psychology found something important. When comparison, privacy concerns, and social pressure combine, people don't become more social. They become exhausted, anxious, mentally drained. So the brain does what it's designed to do. It pulls back, not to punish you, to protect you. Why comparing yourself is a psychological trap. You already know this, but your brain doesn't care. You scroll past someone's promotion, someone's engagement ring, someone's new house, someone's perfect morning routine. Logically, you know it's curated. Emotionally, your subconscious just hears one message. They're ahead, I'm behind. Psychologists have proven that even passive scrolling triggers comparison, whether you want it to or not. So people who don't post aren't weak. They've simply realized something brutal. The game is rigged. Why compete in a contest where everyone else controls the lighting, angles, edits, and narrative? Control is the real flex. There's a theory in psychology called self-determination theory. It says humans thrive when they feel autonomy, control over their choices. Social media does the opposite. It turns confidence into a scoreboard, likes, views, shares, reactions. But people who don't post, they've unplugged from the meter. Their self-worth isn't waiting for strangers to tap a heart icon. They're saying, my life doesn't need an audience to be real. And research backs this up. People who are more secure in themselves often feel no urge to broadcast their lives, not because they're antisocial, because they have boundaries. Look closely at the quiet ones. Think about someone you know who rarely posts. When you see them in real life, are they miserable, lonely, disconnected? Usually not. They're calm, grounded, present, because they're living the moment instead of documenting it. That sunset feels better when you're not framing it. That conversation goes deeper when you're not crafting a caption. That achievement feels richer when it's just yours. Some experiences shrink the moment you perform them. Why some people choose YouTube over Instagram. There's another pattern people miss. Some people avoid Instagram and TikTok completely, but they'll binge a 3-hour YouTube essay without blinking. Why? Because YouTube doesn't demand performance. No one questions why you didn't post. No one tracks your silence. No one expects you to prove anything. It's consumption without judgment, connection without exposure. They found the loophole. Fewer friends, deeper bonds, more peace. People who avoid posting often have smaller circles but stronger ones. 5 friends who know your real life beat 1,000 people who double-tapped a moment they don't understand. And study after study confirms this. Relationship depth predicts happiness far better than popularity. 10 real conversations outperform 1,000 reactions every time. Private versus public self-awareness. Psychologists describe 2 types of self-awareness: public self-consciousness, worrying how you're seen; private self-consciousness, understanding how you feel. People who don't post lean towards the second. They don't ask, how will this look? They ask, how does this feel? That's not overthinking. That's emotional intelligence. When you stop managing an image, you gain mental space to build an identity, one that exists even when no one is watching. The biggest misunderstanding of all. Not posting isn't hiding, it's power. It's saying, my private life is valuable. It's choosing presence over performance, depth over noise, being over branding. Social media promised connection. Instead, it built a performance economy where silence feels strange and constant broadcasting feels normal. The people who opt out aren't rejecting connection, they're rejecting the terms. The final truth. Nobody on their deathbed wishes they posted more, but plenty wish they lived more. The quiet ones aren't missing out. They figured it out early. They're not in the shadows. They're just living in the light where cameras can't reach. If this resonated with you, subscribe for more deep dives into human behavior, psychology, and the patterns most people overlook. And if you want to support this channel even more, consider joining as a member. It genuinely helps keep these conversations going. Thanks for watching, and stay present.